Ooh, I'm going all cold, lads. Come on. Boy, come on. Well, I don't know where that's gone. Oh. Come on, come on. Right, so the next time I had psychedelics was round at my friend's house, the same person's house. They were a bit later on in the day. It was winter time, and it was starting to get dark when I had them. And I had them in a cup of tea. By this time I'd butchered 2 deer. I've been falling on and off at bandwagon and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to say me butchering animals had a part to do with it, but I don't think it helped. So I was in my friend's shed. We were both in the shed on the back garden. We both had some, and I can just remember it creeping up on me again. I got a really nice, like a euphoric feeling running through my body. And like I say, it was getting dark. I was listening to music, listening to Pink Floyd, listening to Bob Marley, listening to all different types of music, and I was enjoying myself. Just want to say, this time it wasn't really hobbits and unicorns and mythical creatures hiding in the forest. It sent a little bit more sinister. I don't know if it felt like it was actually happening to me. It felt like it was real what was happening. It probably was. I don't know. I can't really decipher it, but it wasn't a nice experience. So I'm listening to music. Then all of a sudden, things changed like the flick of a light switch. It turned from me having a good time really to kind of like a horror film. I can remember looking at my friend, and he's got turkey's teeth, and he looked at me and smiled. He looked like he didn't. He's a top lad, and I love him to bits. You know what I mean? But at that moment in time, he scared me, man. You know, I can remember looking at his teeth. He was grinning. He was smiling at me, and I felt really scared. In the shed, it's full of crossbows, rifles, hunting knives, swords, axes, things like that. And I can remember him just sitting. I was looking at him, and he stood up, and he walked over to the windows in the shed, and he closed the blinds, and he sat back down next to me and smiled. And I just thought, this is it. It's happening. You know what I mean? Like, I'm about to get chopped up or something like that. I didn't trust it, man. I can remember looking at my dogs thinking, what am I going to do? It's going to happen to all 3 of us. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't really a nice experience. When I've been butchering these animals, man, twice I've done it. I didn't really enjoy doing it. I didn't like it. Like, there was a lot of blood, seeing all inside the animals, and it wasn't nice. And I think that played a massive part on the experience what I was having. I can remember going into his kitchen. There were no one in the house, and I just thought, I've got to get out of here. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't trust it, so I went back into the shed. I got my dogs and I set off back home. I didn't live in the house, but the shed, I was living in that shed that I first built, if you've seen on my previous videos, my first videos, when I first started this channel. And I kind of made my way back there, but I wasn't going to walk through the woods at night time, through the valley and things like that. So I walked the roadway, and it wasn't a very nice experience, you know what I mean? I felt like I was in a different world or something like that. When I've got back to my hometown, Mansfield Woodhouse, I can remember, I'm sure church bells were ringing or something like that, or I know we're at night time, but I wouldn't dare walk into the village. I eventually plucked the courage up to walk through the village. I walked through the village and headed towards the shed in the woods, and that was kind of it, really. It started to wear off and things like that, and I felt alright next day when I woke up, but it scared me to the point where I haven't had them again since. The only thing I've had since that is I've done microdosing and things like that. So my experience with microdosing, you don't really hallucinate or anything like that. It's just like I don't know, any way can I explain it really? It's just like having some sort of like antidepressant like diazepam or something like that. It just made me feel nice and relaxed. I slept better, I felt calm. And so yeah, I defo recommend microdosing for myself, not to anyone else. But I don't think I'd take mushrooms ever again like that, because it scared me. But then again, I don't think I was doing the right stuff. I think my anger was getting the better of me sometimes. I wasn't thinking the best of things. Slaughtering those animals, I think all those three things here played a massive part on the experience I had. So I would never take them again. But so a few weeks ago I had that fly agaric, didn't I? So I dried it out and I ate it on 2 different occasions over the space of 2 days, and it did not do anything to me. And I seen this bloke in woods, and he's like, I'll speak to him, I said, you stink of weed, you do, mate. And he's like, yeah, I've got this on me. He said basically he's got an NHS card, and he can go to I don't know where he goes, but he gets cannabis on prescription, really, you know what I'm saying? He's like, look, there's half a one here. So I said, I'm alright, you know what I mean? But he says, look, it's here now, if you want it, I'm just going to leave it with you. So I left it on my bike seat, on the nanny bike seat. I picked it up, I put it in my pocket, and I pedalled back to this place here. I got a lighter, I was a little bit excited. I had a few puffs of it, and I think I kind of like went inside myself. I started looking at myself again, and then I overdid it. I just had the rest of it. And I can remember, so if you watch my videos when I was picking those mushrooms, some mushrooms I was picking, they were brown on top and underneath were green. So like I say, I smoked that. I can remember picking one of the mushrooms up, and what I was doing underneath is rubbing the gills with my finger, with my thumb. And basically it like produced this like green paint or something like that. I don't know why it was. I chucked it. Is this stuff soaking into my system? I can remember looking at the dog, and that's it. I was staring at the dog. The dog was staring back at me, and I knew then I was hallucinating again. So I think the thing what I just smoked and me messing around with that other mushroom kind of initiated a trip, and that again wasn't really a nice experience, because look, I've been in this shed, I haven't really been doing the right stuff and things like that. I was letting my anger get the better of me, and I just got really scared, man. And it's like the things I think and the things I've done, I think it kind of got projected back at me as if to say, now how do you like it? And it scared me to the point where the things that I've been doing and the things that I've been thinking aren't really nice, and I wouldn't like them done to me. So I kind of, it was like a bit of a taste of my own medicine again, and it scared me. So that's I don't think I'll have them again now. If I were going to have them again, it'd probably be microdosing or something like that. I think I've seen what I've had to see. Now I can try and put the past behind me, and hopefully, well, focus on kind of what's in front, try and focus on my future and what's in front of me. Thank you for letting me share that. I just dropped my beans on the floor. The pans just fell over. Surely I can rescue some of them. Hope's better than no. As long as I don't get no pine needles in it, I'm alright. Oh no. Half a tin of beans. Half a tin of beans and a loaf of bread. What's this, Max? Rocky. When I first started living like this, I used to get really scared. I think I used to care what people thought as well. I think I'm getting to a stage now where I don't really care what people think, because I know it sounds a bit negative, but it's planet Earth, you know what I'm saying? I think we've all got, none of us are flawless, are we? We've all got insecurities and things like that. So I stopped really caring what people think, because you know what, man, I think we've all got things in closet and things like that. You know, people make out the sun shines out, but it don't. I know different. I think different. That journey from Bridlington to Scotland really helped me overcome a lot of stuff, a lot of fears and things like that. I don't think I'm the same person today that I was 2 years ago when I first started doing this. I don't want to sound full of myself, but I don't know, I think I'm a little bit of a savage, if you know what I mean. I've put myself through some really challenging situations, and I'm going to put myself through more challenging situations. I want to get to a point where nothing phases me, and where I can just, I don't know, go and do a bungee jump and not be scared. I'm working on it. The more and more time I spend on my own in the woods, I'm starting to enjoy it more and more, to the point where I don't even really want to get involved with anyone no more. I just want to live my life and do my own thing. I think I'd like to eventually try and divert this channel away from living in woods, in sheds that I built and tents that I built, to kind of like doing things a little bit more properly. Eventually one day get some land, build something on there or something. Look, I'm just dreaming, this is a dream of mine. Find a decent girl, not say settle down, do more travelling around and things like that, and eventually one day have a kid or something like that. But I do appreciate everyone that supported my channel and supports my channel and watches my content. I know I'm a little bit crazy, I talk about some mad stuff, but it's true. And if I weren't to talk about it, I'd only be hiding it and things like that. I think people hide a lot of stuff. You see me though, I think I'm getting to a point now where I'll just say now what I'm thinking, what's on my mind and what's been bothering me. I'm not really bothered what people think. Oh yeah, happy Halloween. Stay safe, scare as many people as possible. Thank you for watching. Also, when I was in my friend's shed, on what I've just explained to you, and I was spinning out, I can remember it, because I thought, oh, this was actually real. I thought I'd been lured there, and this was all part of some massive conspiracy. It really scared me. It was a nice experience. I can always remember there was a Bob Marley song on. I think it's No Woman, No Cry. And I don't know all the lyrics to the song word for word, but I'm pretty sure on that song, if you listen to it now, there's a part of that song where it's saying, don't worry about a thing. It's not that one, but he kept saying, don't worry, everything's gonna be okay, or something like that. And I thought, it was kind of like talking to me as if to say, look, don't worry, everything will be alright, or this is just whatever, you know what I mean? And that alone there, it was hard to try and focus on that and actually believe not to worry and things like that, because I felt everything was so real. But that there, it's like it just kept saying, don't worry, you'll be alright. And if you listen to that song, No Woman, No Cry, I think you'll know what I mean, because I'm pretty sure it's that song. Thank you.